Good morning, Buff Nation. Hope you guys are doing well. This news happened last night. Huge news. I had to wait till the morning to get on here. Reginal Hughes, linebacker from Jacksonville State, has committed to Colorado. This is substantial. With now Trevor Woods hitting the transfer portal, Nikhai Hill-Green, Jeremiah Brown is back, which is great to have some experience in the system, but we're going to need to bring in, a handful of new linebackers. We've got some intriguing young prospects on the team now that have been recruited from high school, but Reginal Hughes, man, all conference this year, first team all conference USA linebacker. We'll get into the stats here in just a minute. Y'all be sure to smash that like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this. Really impressive linebacker. Now, what I love is that we're bringing in some guys, and Reginal Hughes isn't the first guy to start his journey in JUCO, and I just love this, man, because guys who come from JUCO, they really start at the bottom, I guess, when it comes to major college football, and they're able to parlay that. They're handed nothing, it's not crazy fancy Alabama type facilities or anything like that. You just got to go and grind, really scratch and claw to earn your opportunity at your next stop. And that's exactly what he did starting out at Northeast Mississippi Community College. And you can see when he was part of the 2022 class coming out of JUCO, he was 24/7's top linebacker coming out of JUCO, out of Mississippi. You guys know Mississippi's a hotbed for JUCO talent, and ended up parlaying that into a scholarship opportunity at Ole Miss, which is fantastic. I mean, to parlay that into an SEC opportunity, that's really great. And you'll see here. Let me go ahead and change this up a little bit. He had a really great year at Jacksonville State. Like I said, guys, not only are we bringing on a first team all conference USA linebacker to play for us, but also a winner, somebody who's coming from a winning culture as well. Reginal Hughes, Conference USA conference champion this year. Jacksonville State, of course, Rich Rod is going back to West Virginia, but just listen to this this stat line. This is crazy. So we got 71 total tackles, 29 pressures, 6 sacks, 19 quarterback hurries. Gave up 7 receptions for 47 yards. Gave up 1 touchdown, okay, but also had a pass breakup. He had 63 snaps on the defensive line and 685 as a box linebacker. It's wonderful to see. So versatile guy. When you look at his grades, guess we can take a look at those as well. 64.4 in coverage, really solid. Pass rush 62.2, tackling 75.2. Yeah, he had only 9 missed tackles on the season for 11%. You'll take that. And then run defense 62.8, but incredibly productive his year at Jacksonville State, and adequately sized for that ideal prototype, physical archetype of linebacker that we've been going after. 6'2", 240 pounds, and he can run. He can run. So is he a possible replacement for Nikhai Hill-Green? I think so. I don't think Nikhai Hill-Green was all conference at Charlotte, was he? I'm sorry, Nikhai Hill-Green, but man, I'm feeling very good about Reginald Hughes. That's what I'm trying to say, man. I love the fact that he's coming here. This was one of the targets that I really wanted the Buffs to secure. And hey, got to give Coach Hart his props, man. I mean, this man has been dragged through the coals, by myself and others over the last couple years. But man, I'm a Coach Hart defender this year. He got these linebackers playing really well. He's elite. All y'all freaking out about Nikhai Hill-Green leaving. You want this man fired again? Nah, man. Let Coach Hart cook. He is now my king. If you're wondering what he did at Ole Miss, not really too much. So played 67 total snaps. You can see there in 2022, 2023. So, yeah, I think he's got a couple years of eligibility left, which will be great. Y'all correct me on that if I'm wrong. I've been trying to find the verified years of eligibility. I haven't been able to find it yet, but SEC talent, then kind of coming down to play at the G5 level, really balling out, and now has the opportunity to come in here and be a veteran starter for Colorado this next year. I really do love this, and I couldn't be happier. Sorry guys, still waking up, still got the coffee going a little bit, but before I get to some of your comments, I do just want to say, yeah, welcome to the Buffs, Reginal Hughes, Trevor Woods. Thank you for your time here as well. A guy who gave his all for the Buffs, man, and I'll be rooting for him wherever he goes. But I love what we're doing on defense. Robert Livingston, Coach Hart, Coach Prime, they want to bring in serious athletes at the linebacker position. I think we're going to have some dudes that can fly. And I did just want to show this here too as well. Again, if you're needing an update on who we've all brought in, we now have 5 transfers coming in. Reginal Hughes from Jacksonville State, Buck Buchanan, our kickoff specialist, Carter Miller, interior offensive lineman, Zach Atkins. Right now, definitely our tight end one coming up here from Northwest Missouri State, and Jaheim Otis, the number 1 defensive lineman in the portal, 6'5", or 325 pounds. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We got Jaheim Otis. So as you can see, we got a handful of transfers on the way out. And so there's going to be a lot of guys that come in too. So they got to put Jeremiah Brown back at CU. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see where all these guys end up, as well as who we bring in to replace, and how we continue to elevate the floor of of our team when it comes to athleticism and ability. I think we're doing a really good job at that. So I'll get to a few of your comments, and then I got to get out of here, guys, for work. So man, I love the fact that Reginald Hughes is coming here, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Cannot wait to see him in the black and gold. Mo, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Hey, we got 215 people in here, so y'all be sure to smash that like, subscribe if you haven't. I have the Buff Blitz tonight, where I'm going to be breaking down everything with my good friend Russ from Buffs News Weekly, and Julian Lewis also has his state championship game today, I think over at the Georgia Dome. So that'll be fun. We'll keep you updated on that tonight. Kai Moore, yeah, Trevor Woods just hit the portal. Hey, best of luck to him. Cam Duncan says, heard why Nakai Hill Green left. He found out his draft grade wasn't what he wanted, so has to transfer in order to play again. He couldn't stay at CU to play. That's what it seemed like it was going to be more and more, right? And yeah, because some of these scouting services, they will give these college prospects like a projection on what round or if they're even draftable, right? So it must have not been where he wanted to be at. And maybe that guaranteed money is going to be higher in college this year than would be wherever he would slot in as a draft pick or a UDFA. So, hey, best of luck to him. I'll be rooting for his success. Yeah, I saw he's got an Alabama visit coming up. And Cam Duncan, you're totally right about this. I have a feeling that LSU linebacker Xavier Debo Atkins is coming. I want him here so bad. Not a guy that has had a ton of playing time yet, but incredibly athletic, fast, built, strong. Like he is that prototype. Guys, like we're bringing in kind of NFL prototype linebackers, guys who are 230, 240, but can also fly. So they can stop the run, but they can also be very serviceable in pass coverage as well. We haven't had the luxury of recruiting linebackers with this type of athleticism, probably for a very long time. But like even Nate Landman, one of my favorite Buffs ever, inside linebacker, never really, he wasn't that type of athlete, that we've been able to bring in, but he has made himself a nice little career out in the NFL, starting linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons now. He's done a really great job, but it's nice to get some proven linebacker experience coming into the room with the guys that we have on the way out. Yeah, I mean 80 plus tackles on the year, 70 plus tackles on the year. Love to see that, and a guy who, Robert Livingston likes to get a little creative, right, with some of these blitz looks at some point. So the fact that what 4 sacks was it 4 sacks or 6 sacks this past year from an inside linebacker position? 6. It's insane. It's insane. So that's really fun. Like we got some versatile players too. Like Keaton Wade. That's right. Told you our linebackers are getting an upgrade 2025, man. I'm very excited to see what Reginald Hughes can do. And yeah, we could still see Jeremiah Brown hit the portal after the bowl game. We'll have to see. I think right now, with how the room is, I think I would like to see him back just to have somebody experienced that's been in the system instead of like throwing true freshmen out there if we go through some injuries, right? But yeah, we'll have to see how it all shakes out. Hopefully, Jeremiah makes the most of, I think, what should be an opportunity to play a lot of snaps in the Alamo Bowl against BYU. Dennis, I'm losing track of all these. Are we in good shape? Hey, welcome to the club. I'm trying to keep up with it as much as I can. Um, but yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like most of the commits won't come till later. I think we'll get some more, trickle in this week, and then maybe some more after this weekend. But yeah, I think we're in really good shape. I mean, when we look at positions of need, right? We need a linebacker. We need more than one, but this is a great start. We needed a guy who could do kickoff. So now we got 2 guys. We got Elliott, Big Booter, Arnold, as well as Buck Buchanan. Both of these guys should be able to boot that thing through the end zone, no problem. That's great. We also got a tight end that I believe is starting caliber, one of the top regarded tight ends in the portal, Zach Atkins. Jaheim Otis, he should project as a starter on this defensive line at the very worst. I mean, definitely part of the 4-man rotation out there. I mean, I love the fact that we got some big boys, on the line with Amari McNeil, who's going to totally ball out this year. Tarian Carter, Anquan Barnes, Tafik Thomas, like those guys coming back for another year. We'll see what happens with Brandon Davis Swain. Hopefully we can see him play in the bowl game. And then Carter Miller, I like the athleticism that he brings to the interior line. I think he's a really smart, gritty player, can play, has started at both left guard and center throughout his career at James Madison and ULM. It's above my pay grade to say if he projects better than the guards or interior linemen that we have right now. But no doubt, I feel like he adds solid competition. He very well could be a starter for us this year. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. But adequately sized, no 280-pound offensive lineman. I just don't want to see it anymore. So. These 5 right now, I think, are looking really good. If we want to take a look here really quick at, come on now, this will load. Go to the visits here, pull this up, because there have been some guys that were slated that have committed to other schools, or one guy, rather. Let me go back and see here. I got to scroll through all my trolling of Oregon fans this past weekend. So, which was a lot of fun. Okay. So right now, guys that have visited, I think Josh Bates moved his visit to later this week. Gavriel Lightfoot, he did visit already. And so hopefully he ends up committing. He would be a fantastic addition to the interior line as well. Really productive player. I would love that. Caleb Odom, I'm feeling good with him, but nothing official yet. Same with Debo Atkins, Xavier Atkins. So that takes care of that. Now, tough pill to swallow here. I think Joseph Williams has committed to Utah as of this morning. That's real big of a bummer because he was slated to visit, I think, this coming weekend. So, dude, what the heck? I mean, do you just want to catch passes from Isaac Wilson? All right, man. Like I got it, but not a fan of that. Wish we could have gotten him on campus. I think he would have been really good, but everything's looking good with Kevin Concepcion. I really like that. Jordan White, I can't remember if he might have committed somewhere else right now. Offensive lineman from Liberty. Tafik Bayard, we'll see. He'll be visiting, I think, this weekend. And of course, we've got Jaheim Otis already. I think things are looking really promising with Caden Salter, quarterback from Liberty. And a guy that, man, I really, really want is Eric Rivers. I mean, this dude, I think I'll put out a members only video today, just kind of talking through his highlights that I was looking at last night. I mean, the dude he's an insane playmaker. He's got insane speed, great hands. There's really not anything you can knock about his game. Maybe the fact that he's just 5'11" or whatever, 6 feet. But I think they say he's 6 feet, but I don't think he is. Nonetheless, plays bigger than his size, and I think that, hey, there might be some other schools really going after him, but man, I think he would be an instant starter on this team, and I think that he would kill it, man. I really want Eric Rivers. Again, this guy put up over 1,100 yards on 62 receptions. And when you look at the highlights, you can see how he was doing that. Just a big playmaker. Really, really. So, really love it. Yeah, I feel bad for Trevor Woods. They screwed that boy over by moving him to linebacker. Yeah, he was just caught in a tough place, J-Rad, because he didn't really have the speed for what we needed at safety. And so you wanted to move him to linebacker, and then he lost the speed that he had at safety. And yeah, it was just tough. But uh, yeah, it sucks. But I think the athletes that we've been bringing in since Coach Prime, they're just faster. They're just faster, and I think that made things pretty tough for Trevor Woods. He was a lot faster than a heck of a lot of the other defensive players we had on the team prior to Coach Prime. And I think that's what was surprising, man. Just seeing like the difference once these guys started coming in, or like, man, yeah, we got to get some more speed out there at safety. Yeah, I think Zach Atkins, man, he's going to be great. Can't wait to see what happens. And yeah, Smuggles, I feel like we're in great shape. Again, it's too early to give like a full judgment, but I love to see that we're going after positions of need. There's still a lot of holes on the roster, but no team has their roster set at this point. Hey, appreciate the love, Bradley. It is my joy to get on here and talk bus with you. Hey, I'm Water Guy. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Isaac Wilson, I can't keep up with this stuff either. He entered the portal, then he withdrew from the portal. That's what my friends told me this morning. So I guess he's back at Utah, and they bring him in or bring in a number one weapon. I mean, Joseph Williams is a really good wide receiver, but man, I wish he just would have taken the time to at least come to Boulder, see what was going to go on. But it is what it is. Eric Rivers might stay at FIU with Willie Simmons. Hey, congratulations to Willie Simmons, by the way. Former head coach of FAMU. I think he was up at North Carolina, right? And now has parlayed all that into head coach at FIU. That's going to be fun to track. And man, Willie Simmons, I'm sure, is going to try hard. Obviously, Miami Hurricanes, they're going to be trying to get him too, I'm sure. But let's make sure that we offer that financial incentive for Eric Rivers to come out here to Boulder, right? But Kai Moore, hope we can get the Branch brothers on a visit. Yes, so we have Zion Branch, who's a safety from USC, as well as Zachariah Branch, wide receiver, returner from USC. Dynamic playmakers. Yes, please. They are both playing positions of need for us. You might say wide receiver. We don't need what you can never have too many wide receivers. That's just how I feel about it. So, and it would be great to have another returner. Granted, he got benched this year on returner. Zachariah Branch, that is, but that change of scenery, I think, could prove to be really good for him. And, we'll have to see how it goes. But I believe his uncle or grandfather played at CU. I want to say uncle. So, hey, come on down. Come on down to Boulder. Get yourself in the black and gold. Continue that family legacy. I hope Colorado goes after Georgia redshirt freshman, 340-pound defensive lineman Jamal Jarrett, who just entered the portal. True run stuffer nose tackle. Yes, please. Hey, you got me sold on 340 pounds in Georgia. Yeah, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Is Salter in yet? Nothing official yet, but did visit. So he should have wrapped up his visit yesterday. I think things are looking good. With you here, Dark Days, need better O-line? Yes. And I think we'll see more O-line talent enter in. Remember, a lot of these guys are waiting until they play their bowl game or their CFP playoff games before they're entering. So keep in mind, this isn't the full list that we're going to see of guys who entered the portal, obviously. But yeah, I think at the very least, we need to bring in another right tackle and we need to bring in another guard at the very least. And then let's see what we can get cooking up at running back. I mean, I haven't done too much deep dives into running back because the guys that I wanted us to target, they're already at other schools. So I'm not really sure what the plan is there yet. Yes, Zachariah Branch's uncle's Cliff Branch. Yeah, he played for the Raiders. So speed. Yeah, that speed's what we need to return. And he was dynamic, man, his freshman year, no doubt about it. But yeah, USC just they're like going the way of the Buffaloes before Prime, man. It's crazy to see how you would think USC would just be owning the NIL era in college football, right? Like, man, it's crazy. Yeah, I think some of the guys that we're going to get are still playing in the playoffs too. We'll see. Did Michael Garner come on his visit? Yes, 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 yes. At least from the reports that I saw. So I hope that things go well. Another linebacker or edge that should add some more veteran experience for this team. And I think it's cool going after again some players with HBCU experience. Let's continue to develop that pipeline. From the SWAC, the MEAC out here. I would love to add some guys. In this case, from Grambling State, which is got me thinking. Does Eddie George got any guys that he can send up over here, please? some running backs. Sadir Mitchell is the Texas defensive tackle is in Boulder today. Oh, okay, great. That's awesome to see. He would be a fabulous get. I totally agree with that. Another big body and Texas. Yes, please. I would love that. And yes, Bear Alexander did go to Penn State. So yeah, I think that thing's over. I think that we were probably going to go after either him or Jaheim Otis. Probably not getting both of them, but we got Jaheim Otis, which I think is a better one. That's just me. I think he's the better one. Granted, both of them didn't really have the most. Both of them redshirted this year, actually. But yeah, give me Jaheim Otis with his production with what he did at Alabama in 22 and 23. No doubt about it. Yeah, I think we'll find some offensive linemen. But guys, I'm really happy that we got Carter Miller. I love the versatility that he brings. And yeah, we'll have to see the development of some of the guys on the line as well. Like, let's talk about somebody like Zach Owens, 350 pounds from Clemson. Now he's going to have a full year in the strength and conditioning program, working with Coach Oldhole, all of that. Might he be somebody that can come in and compete at guard or tackle, depending on how much weight he's lost, how quickly he's got those feet moving right. One thing that I like about Carter Miller, quick feet. Dude covers distance very quickly. So yeah, I think we got some unknowns, but like intriguing prospects right now on the team at the offensive line. But it would be nice to have starters across the board that have veteran experience, that have well over 1,000 snaps of starting in college football. I think that would be really, really nice. Yeah, that's right. Coach Prime and Chapel Hill Bill are about to change college football. I totally agree, Jay. Yeah, if you've loved what's been going on here with Coach Prime, I don't know how you can't be interested and intrigued by Bill Belichick to North Carolina. I'm incredibly fascinated with that. I'm going to be rooting for it to succeed. I want to see Bill Belichick, go out with some success, and I hope he sticks around North Carolina. That's what I want to see. I think it would be a lot of fun. All right, guys, I got to get out of here, but I will be back with some more videos today. Remember, Buff Blitz tonight at 7 p.m. with my friend Buffs News Weekly. Thank you guys so much. Please be smashing that like, dropping comments on the replay. Subscribe if you haven't on the way out. Let's go Buffs.